Hi, fourth graders, Miss Faulkner here with Lesson 6. Your Lesson 6 objective is to be able to solve problems involving mixed units of capacity. So we are going to be looking at addition and subtraction problems where we will be adding and subtracting within different units, and we might have to use some unit conversions here. So make sure you have your unit conversion tables handy. The first problem that we're going to look at is an example of when we might just be adding the same units together. So this one I see I have 2 cups plus 3 cups. They are both in cups, so I can add them because I can add similar units together. 2 cups plus 3 cups is 5 cups. Now with these 5 cups, I can make some pints because I know it only takes 2 cups to make a pint. So with 5 cups, I could use a number bond to decompose this as 4 cups, which will make 2 pints, because 2 cups makes 1 pint, so 4 cups makes 2 pints, and 1 cup. So in all, my sum will be 2 pints and 1 cup. So I'm going to be using number bonds a lot during this lesson to regroup and convert my units. So I was able to add 2 cups plus 3 cups to get 5 cups. But I know that because it only takes 2 cups to make a pint, I was able to regroup 4 cups to make 2 pints, and I have 1 cup remaining, so 2 pints and 1 cup. Let's take a look at another example of when we're adding similar units together. Here I have 3 pints plus 4 pints. Once again, these are the same units, so I can easily add them together. 3 pints plus 4 pints gives me 7 pints. But once again, just like before, I am going to be able to regroup because I know that it only takes 2 pints to make a quart. So these 7 pints, I could decompose this using a number bond as 6 pints, which will give me 3 quarts. 2 pints makes 1 quart, 4 pints makes 2 quarts, 6 pints makes 3 quarts, and 1 pint remaining. So if I wanted to write this as a mixed unit, my final sum would be 3 quarts and 1 pint. What happens if we have mixed units that we are adding? Let's take a look at 5 gallons, 2 quarts, plus 3 quarts. So once again, we can only add and subtract our same units. Our 5 gallons, we would only be able to add to gallons, and our 2 quarts, we could add to 3 quarts. So let's add gallons to gallons and quarts to quarts, because we can only add similar units. I see I have 5 gallons here, and I don't have any gallons over here. So 5 gallons plus 0 gallons over here would give me 5 gallons. And then I can add my quarts together, 2 quarts plus 3 quarts, because those are the same unit. 2 quarts plus 3 quarts will give me 5 quarts. But I do know that it only takes 4 quarts to make a gallon, which means with these 5 quarts here, I'll be able to regroup another gallon. So these 5 quarts I could decompose as 4 quarts, which will make another gallon, and 1 quart. I'm going to bundle this gallon in with the 5 gallons that I already have. So in all, that will give me 6 gallons, 5 gallons, 6 gallons, and then I will have 1 quart remaining. So 6 gallons and 1 quart will be my final sum. So again, I'm going to use these number bonds here to be able to regroup and convert my units. Let's try another problem where I have mixed units that I need to add. I can add the same units together. So 6 gallons plus 3 gallons, I can add together to get 9 gallons because they are in the same units. I can add gallons to gallons. And then 3 quarts plus 2 quarts, I can add together to get 5 quarts because they are in the same unit. Because it takes 4 quarts to make a gallon, I can use a number bond to decompose my 5 quarts as 4 quarts, which I can bundle and make another gallon, and 1 quart. this gallon here, I am going to bundle in with the 9 gallons that I already have. In all, that will give me 10 gallons and 1 quart remaining. My sum is 10 gallons and 1 quart. Sometimes we don't just need to add different units, we need to subtract different units as well. 1 gallon minus 1 quart. I can only add or subtract the same units. I can't take quarts away from gallons, I can only take quarts away from quarts. This 1 gallon I'm going to need to convert into quarts in order to subtract because I can only subtract the same units from each other. I know that 1 gallon is 4 quarts. I can convert my 1 gallon into 4 quarts and then I can subtract 4 quarts and 1 quart. They are in the same unit. 4 quarts minus 1 quart will give me 3 quarts. If I have different units and I'm trying to subtract, I'm going to need to convert so that I'm able to subtract similar units from each other. In some cases, to subtract those similar units, I might need to unbundle using a number bond. I have 8 gallons minus 1 quart. So right now I don't have any quarts that I can take this 1 quart away from. How can I get some quarts to take this 1 quart away? I know that a gallon is 4 quarts, so I can unbundle one of these gallons here for 4 quarts. I can decompose my 8 gallons as 7 gallons and 1 gallon, and then the 1 gallon I can unbundle for 4 quarts. So instead of saying I have 8 gallons, I could say I have 7 gallons, 4 quarts, because that 1 gallon is worth 4 quarts. And now I have some quarts that I can take this 1 quart away from. So let's subtract with our similar units. 7 gallons minus 0 gallons is 7 gallons, and 4 quarts minus 1 quart is 3 quarts. So my difference is 7 gallons, 3 quarts. Sometimes I need to unbundle in order to subtract. Sometimes my unbundling and my converting units may take multiple steps. It may require multiple unit conversions. Here I had 8 gallons and I wanted to take away 1 quart. But what if instead of wanting to take away 1 quart, I wanted to take away 1 pint? This might require multiple unit conversions. I see that I don't have any pints over here that I can take this 1 pint away from. So I'm going to start similar to how I started this last problem. I'm going to decompose this 8 gallons as 7 gallons and then 1 gallon, which I'll be able to unbundle for some pints. Here's where this is going to require multiple steps. This 1 gallon I know is 4 quarts. But even if I convert this 1 gallon into 4 quarts, I still don't have any pints to take this 1 pint away from. So I'm going to have to do another step and convert these 4 quarts into pints. I know that each quart is 2 pints. So 4 quarts would be 8 pints. And now I have some pints that I can take this 1 pint away from. So this required 2 unit conversions in order to have pints that I could subtract from. Now I can take away gallons from gallons and pints from pints. 7 gallons minus 0 gallons over here will give me 7 gallons. And this 1 gallon was equal to 8 pints. So 8 pints minus 1 pint gives me 7 pints. So I have 7 gallons and 7 pints. Let's try another problem that may require multiple unit conversions in order to solve. I have 8 gallons, 1 pint, and I want to take away 3 gallons, 6 pints. If I look at my pints, on this side here, I only have 1 pint, so I can't take 6 pints away from that. I am going to need to unbundle and regroup. My 8 gallons, like we did before, I can decompose into 7 gallons and 1 gallon, which I'm going to unbundle. So this 1 gallon I can unbundle for 4 quarts. But I'm not done because I'm trying to subtract pints. These 4 quarts I can convert into 8 pints. So this 8 gallons, I was able to decompose as 7 gallons and 8 pints. So in all here, I have 7 gallons and 9 pints. 7 gallons and then 8 pints plus 1 pint is 9 pints. So I have 7 gallons, 9 pints, and I want to take away 3 gallons, 6 pints. And now I have enough pints on this side that I can subtract my 6 pints. I can subtract gallons from gallons and pints from pints because I can subtract similar units from each other. 7 gallons minus 3 gallons gives me 4 gallons. And 9 pints minus 6 pints gives me 3 pints. So my difference is 4 gallons and 3 pints. Once again, this required multiple unit conversions in order to get enough pints here that I could subtract 6 pints. When you complete your problem set, be on the lookout for which units you're adding or subtracting and how you're going to need to convert those units in order to complete your addition or subtraction problem. When you complete your Lesson 6 problem set, your must-do problems are problems 1A and 2D. So when you're ready to work on your problem set, watch the problem set directions walkthrough, and then you'll complete problems 1A and 2D. Let us know if you have any questions, and we're looking forward to seeing your Lesson 6 problem sets.